When life seems to be a continuous streak of bad luck, it is not worth waiting patiently for it to finally end and for a brighter period to begin. Instead, it is better not to sit idly by but to try to do good deeds so that fate becomes favorable to a person. It is hard to envy the hero of this story, but the guy did not despair and tried to help those around him as much as he could, and this bore fruit. Before we begin, I would like to recommend to you an interesting channel, Pushkin and Stories. There, you will see the most incredible life stories of ordinary people with unexpected plot twists and cool resolutions that you definitely do not expect. Intrigues in family relationships, mysticism, true love, and even betrayals, all narrated by a professional voice with high-quality editing. Follow the link in the description and check it out for yourself. You will like it. In the American state of Texas, there lived a talented young guitarist. During the day, this guy worked as a mechanic, and in the evenings, he performed in bars and parks. Soon, the image of a local rock star played a cruel joke on him. The young man began to abuse alcohol, which gradually led him into questionable company. His parents could not influence him in any way. The guy had gone off the rails. One night, after another concert, this young man went with his fans to a 24-hour hypermarket to buy food for a party. They didn't have enough money, and the drunken musician suggested to his friends to take whatever they needed for free. They broke a window and started pulling boxes outside. The owner of the store did not hesitate. He took a gun from under the counter and managed to detain the robbers. The court sent the young men to serve time behind bars. When the guy got out of prison, he was met with another blow. While he was inside, a fire occurred at his home. His parents died, and the land where their mansion once stood became state property. Thus, the talented guitarist became an ordinary homeless person. He had to build himself a shelter on the outskirts of town so that outsiders would not report him to the police. He could not find a job, so the guy decided to earn his food by playing in public places. Money was scarce, and the guy constantly looked for ways to attract attention, but nothing helped. The dirty vagabond evoked little sympathy from anyone. Only one of the local waitresses recognized his talent and therefore tried to occasionally feed the virtuoso guitarist. Moreover, this girl knew well what it was like to be rejected by others. She had health problems. The waitress suffered from knee pain and needed an expensive operation, but even her salary would not be enough for that, even if she worked without food and sleep for 20 years. As a result, these two unfortunate people became close friends and started living together in a small rented room. Soon, they had another family member, a stray dog, which greatly changed the lives of the guy and the girl. The guitarist found this dog in the park, and it had been severely beaten with sticks, probably by some neighborhood boys trying to show off. The guy brought the dog home, and with the help of his girlfriend, managed to heal the animal. The most interesting thing was that during their home rehearsals, it turned out that the dog loved to listen to the guitar. Sometimes it even tried to howl along with the music. When the dog recovered, the guy started taking it with him to the park. Seeing how the animal howled along with the guitar, people became more willing to drop money into the guitarist's guitar case. But that was not the end of the story. A week later, when the guitarist and his four-legged singer were returning home through the park, the dog growled and rushed towards some distant bushes. The young man followed his friend and found a man in an expensive suit lying on the ground, his face covered in blood. When the injured man was taken to the hospital, it turned out that he lived in New York and was a very wealthy person. He had come to Texas on business, and during an evening walk, he was attacked by robbers who struck him on the head with a metal rod, robbed him, and left him to die. If it weren't for the guitarist and his dog, the businessman would not have survived until morning. The victim was informed about who his saviors were, and after being discharged from the hospital, he tracked down the young man. Seeing how he lived, the businessman wrote a bank check for a substantial amount. He said that he might not have needed that money if the dog hadn't led its owner to the man lying on the ground. The guy decided to spend part of the money on an operation for his girlfriend and the rest to buy a small house where they soon settled together with their dog. Thus, thanks to the shaggy friend whom a homeless musician once saved, life gained a new meaning for all its participants.